Star Wars Last Jedi trailer. Holy crap, that was a really good that was a really good trailer. Where do I even start? The Rian Johnson shots, directing. He really fits a lot more better than J.J. Abrams, and I don't even know much about the plot. Kylo Ren and his family, and finishing up the legacy of becoming a Sith and totally turning to the dark side. Rey becoming a Jedi, possibly the last Jedi, prior to making a decision with Kylo Ren. See a little bit of Poe Dameron, but not much. Finn fights Captain Phasma. I like Captain Phasma's role as a female leader. They didn't do much for her. I don't know. Finn and Phasma seem a little bit lost, but we'll see when the actual story shows up. Let's see who else. Snoke influencing Kylo Ren. The fact that we see Kylo Ren in a TIE fighter or whatever, even though I think he shoots green lasers, that could be a little bit of a misnomer. Maybe it's actually Rey or something. Poe Dameron. Wookiee Chewbacca has an ally in a porg or something. There's some ice monsters, ice species, the ice planet. I remember all the worlds. It looks very different. It looks like it'll be a little bit copied from Empire Strikes Back, but it'll be unique. I really like the shots of this film. I think it'll be even more beautiful than Blade Runner 2049 and Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I think everything people thought they saw from Kylo Ren killing that person at the end of the film will actually be executed well and shot well compared to Episode 7. That scene in Episode 7. Blade Runner 2049. I don't know. The sets in this stand out to me a lot more. I haven't really registered the sets for Blade Runner 2049, but I'm hoping they'll be good. Star Wars versus Marvel. Which Disney franchise is better? I was really going to do this before, then I forgot about Comic-Con and the fact that they released the trailer. We're going to release a trailer for Star Wars, The Last Jedi later, but then they did. So I figured I'd express my thoughts on Marvel versus Star Wars. Marvel, I thought, had a rocky start. Well, I think Star Wars has been pretty solid. For the most part, Marvel's been downhill ever since the first film in Iron Man, and that wasn't even when they were with Disney. 2014, it got better with Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. What is it? I'm trying to remember what the franchise I actually like. Star Wars, Guardians of the Galaxy. Doctor Strange. Iron Man. I like myself in Black Panther. I like Avengers 2 more than I like Avengers 1. Not a fan of the Avengers or Captain America franchises. And 4 is god awful. So many plot holes, so many annoying characters. I don't know why anybody likes that stuff. With there being a movie set back in box office, I'm totally imagining the franchises to get ruined. Taking a risk, we'll see what happened. Whether there be a payoff, I've liked Marvel recently. Another problem. There's been a lot of criticism over The Force Awakens and Rogue One. There's prequels, but those are on Disney. Let's concentrate on Rogue One and Force Awakens. The Force Awakens, I just didn't think was as good as the original Star Wars trilogy, or way above better than prequels. Obviously, it's a movie franchise. Obviously, it's a movie that's good. It's not that great. It's sort of like Blade Runner 2049 that recently came out. Some people thought Rey is Mary Stuart, but what she is the Force. The Force isn't tangible stuff. It is something that you believe, what every religion is. And when you have the power of that, that's pretty cool. The Rogue One issue people have with is that they don't think it has a plot and likable characters or arcs. I pretty much disagree with that. I think pretty much everyone's likable. They have a good story. They have a payoff, except for the main character. I start to understand why, because when I watched the first 30 minutes of that film, that was really bad too. Too much like Reservoir Dogs, too much like Inglourious Bastards, except without the cinematic violence and stuff. Like, you don't see anything. And it's not as cool, and it's not been done by Tarantino. Not done by Tarantino. I also see that there's this controversy over them writing more female parts, and the parts they wrote for Jyn Erso just weren't that good. It's unfortunate. Otherwise, obviously K2SO everybody loves. Great character. I did some character analyses and subliminal analyses with that character. The assassin guy, very good. Had a dark story. Tries to save the world in the end, and that pays off. Obviously, Rey is better than the female character in the end. I don't know, maybe it was alright. She'd be alright, but they didn't show any of the scenes with her. And since they had so many movies to make for Disney, and obviously it's not episode 7 or episode 8, like, they're not going to concentrate on it. But on our really like Star Wars so far, they've had solid films. Nothing I would consider terrible. Like, these people who hate Rogue One or Force Awakens, like Thor, like Avengers, and those are absolutely awful movies storyline wise. They look prettier than like the '90s Marvel films, but like they're just bad character wise, bad plot wise, a lot of leaks. I don't understand how you can criticize Star Wars that much just because it's on a higher pedestal, and not enjoy Marvel that much when they had so many so-so movies.